Hey and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Danny. I mostly post stuff about like fashion and DIYs. This one is no different. This is like a fashion one, but this is how to break in these mothers. We all know that the love-hate relationship of Doc Martens. If you've ever owned a pair, you know that they are extortionately painful to break in, but over my years of wearing them I have found the perfect tips and they've worked really well for me this time. I've been wearing these bad boys for a few months now, not on long walks admittedly, still only like short ones because they're still not broken in just the right amount yet. I need to keep wearing them, but obviously it's been summer, so I haven't really wanted to wear boots. I've just been living in Converse. Anyway, before I ramble on, I have a tendency to do that. These are the Dr. Martens vegan Jadon Mono 2s. So they're just the plain black boot with your classic there. You got your 8-hole lace, and it's got like a wedged sole on it. And it's got a zip on the inside, so what I tend to do is get the laces exactly how I want them and then just slide my feet in them using the zips. Anyway, Dr. Martens, pain in the ass to break in, especially the vegan leather ones. Now, before I became vegan, I did have a pair of the normal leather ones. They were a little easier to break in just because of the nature of leather being a natural skin. This in essence is plastic. It's man-made, so it's slightly more durable, which doesn't help when you want to wear them on your feet. They hurt. But I have done research and finally found the perfect tips to get these broken in. So the first tip I used to always do and still do is fickle socks. These are a pair my mum actually gave me. They're like, yeah. So she gave me them ones, but I wear bed socks with them as well. And then just like when I'm walking around the house, they tend to help stop your feet somewhat getting sore. The other tip I used to use was the hairdryer. So I'd put the thick socks on, I'd put my feet into the boots, and I'd wear a hairdryer and then just like do these crazy ass foot bends, like trying my hardest to go up on tiptoe so it can bend the leather in the shoe. But recently I have found other options as well and they have worked perfectly. So there's two extra steps, and they were, so I've got insoles. You can see them in there. You can't see them in there, but they are in there on the back because that's the part of the shoe that hurts the most. And then dubbing. Someone suggested I use dubbing. So warm the shoe up, put the dubbing on, let them dry, and then do the walking. So, and that's worked. That has worked for me. The dubbing I used was this Vegetarian Shoes clear dubbing. This is a brand here in the UK. I will put the links in the description box below for these as well, because the Dr. Martens dubbing itself isn't made for vegan leather shoes and it's not vegan friendly. Go figure. Probably get on that. Make some DM ones. I'm sorry, I've got like been bitten by a mosquito on my leg, so it's really, there we go. Anyway, so now is the deuce. You're going to see my old personality because I filmed this months ago. So we're going to time warp. That's not the time warp, is it? This is the time warp. It's the Macarena. We're going to time warp back in time to past me, and she's going to show you how to break in these shoes. See how tough this leather is already, because it's basically plastic, so it's got no give in it. whatsoever. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these laces out, because the first like few wears, like wearing it around the house and going for little mini walks, I'm not going to need the laces because they're going to be tight and I don't want them too tight. So I'm just going to remove them. Okay, there's one lace. Now they look like this, and you can already see that's slightly looser already. Thankfully, these ones do up by zips. Where's the rest of the lace? There it is. Oh, that's so tough to even just get out. Ugh. I love docks, but they are, you've really got to earn the love with them. You've got to put the effort in and have patience, and then they are the most comfiest things you'll ever wear. But until then, until that moment, they're a pain in the bum. I've seen people who have tried to put them in the freezer. Never done that myself. I never have enough room in the freezer, but I don't know how well that works. I prefer the heat way, especially on this vegan leather. I haven't even worn them yet. That's how scared I've been. Okay, so the laces are now out, so now they just look like this, which is absolutely fine. So I'm going to move those out the way. Oh, I don't need them just yet. Okay. So let's warm them up. The best thing to do with this is don't hold the hairdryer, don't have it on too high a heat, and don't hold it in one spot for too long. We're going to do one shoe at a time because I want to put that dubbing on while it's still a bit warm so that it can really sink in. So let's just crack in and do this. Okay, so already that's a little bit softer. Where's my cloth gone? So now we're going to take this bad boy. Oh, like I said, we're doing this one at a time. I'm going to open this up, and this is what it looks like. And that's fine. Now this has a very waxy consistency. I'm just going to move the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Now you can see the boot. It's slightly warm. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this old cloth, and I'm just going to take some of that dubbing onto the cloth and start to rub it in. And you want to put this all over the shoe. Concentrating on the bits that really need breaking in, like where your foot would move. So like this area here. Just going to really layer it onto there. Again, on this back bit, because this is the bit that is going to, where it's made, you've got the two seams, and that's the bit that cuts your foot open. This dubbing also will make your boots last slightly longer because it weatherproofs them. So it's two birds, one stone, to be honest. So I'm just liberally applying that to the shoe, making sure it's covering all the bits that are going to hurt my feet. And already, as you can see, look, it's already got some more give to it. Okay. I'm going to do exactly the same to the other shoe, and then I will be right back. Both shoes dubbined up. So they're a bit shiny. So we're going to leave those for half an hour. And then the next stage will be obviously fix socks, the heel liners. I'm wearing them. Not all day, but you've got to wear them. You've got to just grin and bear it until you can break them in. But that's another reason I took the laces out, because then at least when I'm wearing it, it's quite tight anyway. And with the thicker socks, they're not going to fall off, but it will start to loosen up the leather. They're going to be looser than being so tight to your feet, which is obviously going to make them hurt. So they've already got a bit more bend to them now. And obviously I'll start wearing them in, and then I just repeat this process over and over. And it'll take a couple of weeks, a couple of months, I don't know how long. The best thing to do though is to wear them. Wear them every day for at least a couple of hours in a walk. And that's my tips. So I will let these dry and I will get back in touch when I've worn them for the first time. Okay, present me again. So these, obviously I have been wearing them. They are a little bit more broken in. There's a bit more give in them. Still not quite enough to like go trouncing round. Oh, sorry. Go trouncing round Camden in them or something like that, or do a gig in them. But they're getting there. Hopefully by the time winter properly kicks in and it's colder weather, they'll be broken in enough I can wear them for work. Because I do a lot of walking in my job. So yeah, these, obviously the laces are back in. I can have them done up now, and there is room for my little foot to move. And yeah, these are getting comfier by the day. So I hope you enjoyed these tips. If you've used any of them, let me know down in the comment box, because I'm always looking for new tips. Because the problem is I put off buying any DMs just because they're a nightmare. But they're a love-hate relationship, so comment down if you've got any better tips than my ones. Don't suggest the freezer because I hate that option. No room in my freezer. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you on the next one.